What is up, my Shadowverse soldiers, and welcome back to another Shadowverse Evolved video. So we are doing the last reveal, and that is the neutral class. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything, so we got all of them that are coming out for set 7. Set 7 drops today, guys. I'm very excited. If you don't already have your cards from your little pre-release or your open aid and stuff like that, I hope you can pick up some stuff over the weekend and pull what you need to. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So we have our first card, Techno Lord. So it's a 6 cost 6/6. When it comes into play fanfare, you banish 3 Machina cards from your cemetery. You can choose up to 2 of the following. You can either 1, select the enemy color on the field and destroy it. 2, select the enemy amulet on the field and destroy it. 3, deal 3 damage to an enemy leader. 4, search your deck for a Machina card not named Techno Lord, reveal it and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So if you're going to be playing the Machina decks, this is definitely going to be a legendary you're going to be looking into, just because you can just banish 3 Machina cards from your cemetery because you've already used them, unless you're really playing something like Mono, where you do want to use most of your Machina cards for the Mono package. If you have like a space in there for a card like this to just get rid of amulets and then followers, and then just have the multiple choice of just finding anything that you need, I feel like that's something you should look into. Alright, next up we have Viridia Magna. So she's a 4 cost 0/4. She has Rush, Assail, and Bane, and then Last Word. So when she dies, you banish an Ethereal Grey Tree from your field or EX area. You put this card onto its owner's field engaged and you evolve it. If you didn't evolve it, you banish it. Alright, so it looks like this is going to be the legendary for the Natura decks. It's pretty nice. It's a 4 cost Rush, Assail, Bane, so you can just play it and then rush it into a follower. And as long as you have an Ethereal Grey Tree either in your field or EX area, you can banish it and then play the new evolved version on top of her. And then we have the Magna Evolve, so she turns into a 4/4 and she has Ward, but Last Words, when she dies, you give your leader +2 defense. So pretty nice package in terms of this card, because you can go ahead and just put this card on top of your unevolved card after you use your Assail, Bane, Rush, and then after you destroy that follower, and then hopefully your follower dies too if it's doing the right numbers and stuff like that. You can put this card out on the field and it's warded up, and then when your opponent has to swing into it, you can get some health back. Alright, next up we have Mecha Wing Angel, so it's a 3 cost 3/3. It has Ward, but when it comes into play fanfare, you put an Assembly Droid or Repair Mode token into your EX area. You can also activate by engaging this card and select the enemy following the field and dealing it 4 damage. You can activate this only if there are 5 Machina cards in your cemetery. Alright, so I think this is a pretty decent neutral card if you're going to be running any of the Machina decks. Just having this ability to just go ahead and engage it and deal 4 damage to something, while also on its fanfare putting either an Assembly Droid or a Repair Droid token into your EX area is pretty nice. Alright, and next up we have Desert Pathfinder, so he's a 2 cost 2/3. So when he comes into play fanfare, you may put an Ethereal Grey Tree token onto your field or into your EX area. Then if there are at least 5 Natura cards on your field or in your EX area, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you may reveal a Natura card from among them and add it to your hand, put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. So it seems like with these neutral cards, we're going to either have either the Machina helpers or the Natura helpers, which is pretty nice. Alright, next up we have Maisha, Hero of Purgation, so it's a 2 cost 2/3. You can evolve it for 2, and it has a strike ability of selecting a neutral spell that costs 3 or less in your cemetery and play for 0 play points. Alright, so this follower is pretty interesting, because if this manages to swing into the next turn, you can swing and maybe use cards like Surefire Bullet on other followers while you swing. And looking at the Maisha Evolve, so she turns into a 3/4, but on Evolve you can spend 5 play points to bury the top 5 cards of your deck, give this follower Storm, and she also still has that same ability to strike the selected neutral spell that costs 3 or less in your cemetery and played for 0. Alright, so I can kind of see where this on Evolve 5 play point play is coming from, but I can really see it happening that you're just going to be using to evolve it to play the neutral spell to probably remove 2 followers off the field. Alrighty, next up we have Robo Goblin, so he's a 2 cost 2/2. You can evolve him for 1, and Last Words you put a Repair Mode token into your EX area. So it looks like this is going to be one of those Machina cards that are going to be helping you put a Repair Mode. Alright, and then we have the Robo Goblin Evolve, so it turns into a 3/3. So on Evolve you summon an Assembly Droid token, and he still has the Last Words to put a Repair Mode token into your EX area. Alright, so this card is really going to help out in any of the Machina decks if you need that extra push for either an Assembly Droid or just having the extra Repair Mode. You can get it out of this card. Alright, and then next up we have Colorful Cook, so it's a 1 cost 1/2. When she comes into play, you may put an Ethereal Grey Tree token onto your field or into your EX area. You give your leader +1 defense, and then Last Words you discard a Natura card and then you draw a card. Alright, so like I said before, most of these neutral cards are either going to be pushing towards the Machina decks or towards the Natura decks. Alright, next up we have Purgation's Blade. So it's a 3-cost spell. You select the enemy follower in the field destroyed and give your Maishina hero Purgation on your field +1 for every follower in your cemetery. Alright, so in every scenario, this is going to be the card you want to use for Maisha every time when you're using the strike ability. So you get to evolve and you spend that 5, bury top 5. Hopefully you hit all followers for the top 5, and then you can get 1 attack, and she has Storm, so she'll be swinging for a lot of damage while also giving a big buff through this spell card. Alright, next up we have Aldish Trendsetting Seraph. So she's a 5-cost 4/5. You can evolve for 1, but when she comes into play, you give your leader +3 defense. Alright, so I personally really enjoy cards that just either heal you or draw you a card because, you know, you get some sort of value out of it. But I'm not really agreeing with this card's cost. Let's see what this evolve does. And looking at Aldish Evolve, so she turns into a 5/6, but last word, so when she dies, deal 3 damage to each enemy leader. Alright, I'm agreeing with her stats on her evolved form. I like the fact that she's a 5/6, so she can swing into a follower and then get some real good damage in. And then when she dies, you get to deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. So I'd say that's a pretty good takeaway, taking the fact that you healed when you played her. Alright, next up we have Mecha Gun Wielder. So she's a 1-cost 1/2. When she comes into play fanfare, you put an Assembly Droid or a Repair Mode token into your EX area, and then last words, you discard a Machina card and you draw a card. Alright, so if you're running the Machina decks, this is definitely a good staple just to have in there, just to put the extra 1 in there, because sometimes your archetypal cards might not pop up, or you might just need a card that's just like, hey, I need a 1-for-1 here, and this is one of those cards where that can really work out. Alrighty, and lastly, we have Extreme Carrot. So he's a 2-cost 2/2. He has Rust, and last words, you can spend 1 play point to banish an Ethereal Great Tree from your field or EX area, and you search your deck for an Extreme Carrot, summon it, and then shuffle your deck, and you give your leader +1 defense. As any gardener once knows, that once you remove the carrot or you remove any of the vegetables, you will leave their seedlings. So this is kind of what Extreme Carrot's going for. As long as you have the Ethereal Great Tree on field or in your EX area, you can spend 1 to banish it and then get another Extreme Carrot out while also healing 1 from this carrot's ability. Alright, and lastly we have our Ultimate Techno Lord. So I'm really excited to see what this card looks like. I hope everybody's able to either open one of these or open anything that they need to this upcoming set, because set 7 is going to be pretty exciting. But alrighty soldiers, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know I am a little behind, but I am glad set 7 comes out today. Once I get my stuff in the mail, I will be doing a lot of testing, and we will have those Inverse Academy episodes out this next week. But alright soldiers, make sure you're safe in whatever you do tonight and safe whatever you do for the rest of the year. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. TRINN. Just to get you away. What I got to do. What I got to do. Just to get you away. What I got to do. What I got to do. Just to get you away. You pull me too close, now we hesitate. Every single move you make, it makes me feel